Hello, my dear students. I'm your English teacher Shipra Agrawal, and today I'm going to tell you about a very beautiful poem. The name of the poem is The Lake Isle of Innisfree. This poem is composed by William Butler Yeats. Before taking the poem, first of all, I'll tell you about the poet. The poet is William Butler Yeats, and my dear student, this poet is very important poet. He was born in Dublin, Ireland on 13th June 1865. The poem Lake Isle of Innisfree is telling you about one beautiful island that is near about his hometown Ireland. So this place Ireland is very important. He was an Irish poet. He was one of the foremost figure of 20th century literature. He helped to found the Abbey Theatre, and in his later years he served 2 terms as a senator of the Irish Free State. His earliest volume of verse was published in 1889 and he won the Nobel Prize for Literature in 1923. Now students, you come to know that he is a very important poet because he also received the Nobel Prize for Literature. He died on 28 January 1939. Now let's begin the poem. What is the introduction of the poem? This poem is a lyrical poem. The poet presents a very fine picture of nature on the Lake Isle of Innisfree. As by the name of the poem, students, you come to know here in this poem, here is the description about one beautiful lake island. And the name of that island is Innisfree. He spent a lot of time during his childhood there. Innisfree is the name of place. It is the place that provides him ample peace and tranquility. That is why he is desiring to go back to the bank of the lake. Students, the poet is fed up from his hectic materialistic life of the city, so he was terribly missing his boyhood days that he spent on a beautiful island in Innisfree. So he composed this poem. Now this is the theme of the poem. Theme is nature versus civilization. Student, nature always give us peace and tranquility, and civilization give us money and materialism. But sometimes the peace of life, the peace of mind, and always we miss something that present in nature. So here in this poem you will come to know about the contrast of nature and civilization. Nature brings peace and harmony to men, as I already told you. Yeats make us see Innisfree lovely and peaceful island. Man should live close to nature. If you want to enjoy real happiness and you can say the real meaning of life, then you have to live near the nature. Okay, this is the very first stanza of the poem, and the poem is really very beautiful about a very beautiful natural place. What the poet is saying? Poet is saying, I will arise and go now, and go to Innisfree, and a small cabin built there, of clay and wattles made. 9 bean rows will I have there, a hive for the honey bee, and live alone in the bee-loud glade. What poet is saying? Poet is saying that he wanted to arise. Arise means, here all the vocabulary is mentioned, my dear students. Arise means get up. Cabin means a small cottage. Wattles means twisted sticks for mailing walls or fencing. You can say wooden sticks. Bee means, everyone know, bee means honey bee is mentioned here. And bee loud, it means the bustling sound of the bees. हाइव मीन्स हैबिटेशन ऑफ बीज, जिसको कि हम हिंदी में बोलते हैं मधुमक्खी का छत्ता. Innisfree, this is the name of a beautiful place. Clay means mud, and glade means clearing open space. Now the very first line of the poem, the poet is saying that he want to get up. He want to get up right now, and he want to immediately reach to a beautiful island Innisfree. And said, When he will reach there, what he will do there? He will make a beautiful small cottage, and that cottage will be a kacha cottage. It means it will be made by mud, soil, and also by the wooden stick. He will not made a pakka house there. He will made a kacha beautiful cottage there. 9 bean rows will I have there. And he said, there I will also make a beautiful kitchen garden, and in that garden I'll grow the beans, and I will make the 9 rows of the beans and I will grow them there. A hive for the honeybee, and there in my garden there will be one hive, and there in that hive the honeybees and live alone in the beloved glade. And he is saying, there in that open passage where there will be only my cottage, I will live alone, and only there will be the sound of the bustling of the honeybees. इस स्टेंजा में स्टूडेंट्स पोएट आपको ये समझाना चाहता है कि उसकी एक डिज़ायर है, वो सिटी में अब नहीं रहना चाहता, इसी वक्त वो यहाँ से उठकर इनिसफ्री जाना चाहता है और वहाँ जाकर ये शहरों की तरह पक्का हाउस नहीं बनाएगा, एक छोटी सी कुटिया बनाएगा जो कि कच्ची मिट्टी से और लकड़ियों से बनी हुई होगी। कहता है कि वहाँ जाकर मैं नेचर के करीब रहूँगा, वहाँ पर मैं किचन गार्डन बनाऊँगा, उसमें मैं बीन्स की खेती करूँगा, वहाँ पर हनी बीज़ का छत्ता होगा जिसमें हनी बीज़ आवाज़ें करेंगी, और बिल्कुल अकेला, बिल्कुल ओपन स्पेस में, कोई मेरे साथ नहीं रहेगा, सिर्फ नेचर के पास अकेले मैं उस कुटिया में रहूँगा और हनी बीज़ की आवाज़ें सुनता रहूँगा। देखो, बीन इज़ कॉल्ड दिस वन clay and wattles, you can see here in the picture, and this is the hive of honeybees. Okay, this is the explanation for your better understanding. You can watch here also the explanation that already I taught you. Now this is the second stanza of the poem, my dear students. And I shall have some peace there, for peace come dropping slow, dropping from the wheels of the morning to where the crickets sing. There, midnight's all a gleamer, and a noon a purple glow, and evening full of the linnet swing. What poet is saying? In the second stanza, the poet said that on that cottage, when I will start living, then from the complete atmosphere, he will only get peace. सबसे पहले द मीनिंग्स ऑफ द वर्ड्स वी विल डिस्कस. वेल मीन्स कवरिंग, जिसको हिंदी में बोलते हैं घूंघट. ग्लिमर मीन्स शाइन. लिनेट अ स्मॉल बर्ड. क्रिकेट ऑल्सो एन इंसेक्ट. एंड ग्लो मीन्स शाइन. पोएट इज सेइंग, and I shall have some peace there. In that cottage on the Innisfree, I will have some peace of mind. I will have some peace of heart. And that peace will come slowly, slowly in my life. From the morning to night, I can feel that peace. How he will get the peace? Dropping from the wheels of the morning. As the sun will rise up, you can say, as the morning will अनकवर इट्स कवरिंग. जैसे ही सुबह होगी, या आप ये कह सकते हो कि सुबह का पर्दा हटेगा और चारों तरफ रोशनी होगी. टू वेयर द क्रिकेट सिंग्स, एंड द साउंड ऑफ द क्रिकेट दैट वॉज सिंगिंग एट दैट मोमेंट, दैट विल गिव मी द पीस ऑफ माइंड, द पीस ऑफ हार्ट. Their midnights all a gleamer, and the midnight will be the gleamer, full of shine there will be. Maybe it is the starlight, maybe it is the moonlight, but all the midnight will be very shiny. Students, in the city, because there is too much artificial light always present everywhere around us, so we cannot feel the original shine of the moon and the stars. So he said, in the midnight, without artificial light, I can also feel the shine. And noon a purple glow, and the noon will be also filled with the glow of the purple color. And evening full of the linnet swing, and the evening that is also full with the wings of the linnet. Linnet is a small bird, and he can see the wings of the linnet all around him at the time of evening, and all these activity will give him the peace of mind and peace of heart, and from the morning to up to the night he can feel this peace. स्टूडेंट्स, इस सेकेंड स्टेंजा में पोएट आपको ये बताता है कि उस स्मॉल सी कॉटेज में वो बिल्कुल चारों तरफ नेचुरल एनवायरनमेंट में इंजॉय कर सकता है और शांति महसूस कर सकता है, जो कि उसको सिटी में नहीं मिलती है, और वो शांति स्लोली स्लोली उसकी लाइफ में आएगी। जैसे ही मॉर्निंग होगी, सूरज की राइज होगी, वो शांति उसकी लाइफ में आना शुरू हो जाएगी। जब भोर का समय होता है तो क्रिकेट का गाना जब वो सुनेगा, देन ही विल फील द पीस ऑफ माइंड एंड इन द हार्ट। आफ्टरनून में भी उसको पर्पल ग्लो दिखाई देगा, जो कि उसको शांति का एहसास कराएगा। इसी तरीके से आधी रात भी चमकदार होगी, क्योंकि सिटी में क्या है, चारों तरफ आर्टिफिशियल लाइट होती है और रात में बिल्कुल अंधेरा ही दिखता है अगर आर्टिफिशियल लाइट बंद हो जाती हैं। लेकिन उस स्मॉल कॉटेज में वो असली चांद की रोशनी और तारे की रोशनी में शांति का फीलिंग करेगा। और इवनिंग में वो छोटी सी बर्ड लिनेट के विंग्स से चारों तरफ जो वो भरा हुआ एनवायरनमेंट होगा, वो भी उसको पीस ऑफ माइंड और पीस ऑफ हार्ट देगा। स्टूडेंट्स, पोएट जो है इन दिस पोएम, ही इज़ फेड अप फ्रॉम हिज हैक्टिक लाइफ ऑफ द सिटी। फ्रॉम द मॉर्निंग अप टू द नाइट ही इज़ ओनली बिजी इन द वर्क एंड he never enjoy the natural surrounding, so he missing them terribly and he want to enjoy the peace and the beauty of the nature. Now this is more explanation you can see here. Now the third stanza. I will arise and go now. Once again, he repeated the same line as he repeated earlier in the first stanza. He said, yes, 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 right now I'll get up and I will reach to the Innisfree. For always, night and day. For always. And Sada ke liye, he want to go there and he want to spend all the nights, all the day there. I hear lake water lapping with low sound by the shore. Student, here is the meaning of the lapping. Lapping is the sound of wave dashing against the shore. यानी जो पानी जो है जो किनारे से टकरा कर जाता है, उसकी आवाज़ को lapping कहते हैं. While I stand on the roadway means pathway, or on the pavement gray. Pavement means dull and drab path. It means you can say the footpath. I hear it in the deep heart score. The poet is saying that yes, I'll reach there, and in day and night I'll spend there. I hear lake water lapping with the low sound by the shore, because that was an island, Lake Island. So he said that I will listen the sound of the lapping water of the lake there while I stand on the roadway. He said, right now I am not on the island, I am on the roadway, I am on the footpath, but I can listen the sound of the lapping water of the lake, and that lapping sound is calling me, attracting me. So I want to go on that island. I hear it in the deep heart score, and on the bottom of my heart I can listen the sound of that one, and that sound is calling me. So I want to go there, and I want to enjoy the natural beauty there, and I want to enjoy the peace of mind and peace of heart there. This is more explanation of the third stanza. Now, what is the message of the poem? The message of the poem is that we must learn to appreciate the beauty of nature. Beauty of nature having the healing power, my dear student, and that poem give you this message. We need to return to nature to enjoy peaceful, stress-free lives. We must take time to go to the places we love or doing things we enjoy. Whenever in the city life you feel hectic, you feel bored, then you have to go on the places that you love, and especially the natural places. Man will be able to find peace and solitude in the midst of the nature. Already I told you in the nutshell, the complete poem give you the message that nature is a healer. Structure and tone of the poem. The poem is written in 3 stanzas. Each stanza has 4 lines. The rhyming scheme in this poem is AB, AB. The poem has calm and relaxing tone. Poetic devices, alliteration, hive for the honeybee. Here is the repetition of the consonant sounds. Lake water lapping with low sound. You can see here lake lapping low. So here is alliteration. Repetition. This sentence is repeated 2 times. First in first stanza and second time in third stanza. Metaphor. Veils. Here is the comparison. Veils of the morning. Some more poetic devices. Personification, because morning is a natural thing. Here it is personified. So here is the personification. Imaginary. We can behold some small cabin, 9 rows of beans, buzzing hives of bees, cricket song, beating of the linnet swing. So here is imaginary. Rhyming scheme is AB, AB. So thank you so much, student. If you understand this poem, don't forget to like this video. Goodbye.